welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Kyla and my channel is just a plethora of all things that I love. And today we are doing part 2 of my 400 subscribers, the reality of being an adult collector Q&A. Again, thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. You guys are fantastic. So I just filmed the first part of this and I realized I wasn't recording. So that's fun. But if you have not seen part 1, in that I kind of answer all the questions asking, do you keep your doll collection a secret and how has it affected your relationships and stuff like that. So this video, hopefully I can do the last 2 categories together. If not, we're just gonna have a 3-part mini series of this Q&A. So just if you don't know, really quickly, I say this in every video just because I don't want to get all these questions. I am legally blind, so if you see me do this, I'm trying to read your lovely questions. So anyway, this first category, I titled it Time and Money Management. So these are all the questions about how do you budget being an adult doll collector? How do you manage YouTube and a job and your real life? So those types of questions are in this category. So this one says, how do you budget your income? So if you don't know, I bought a house in December. I talked about this in part 1 and I have a whole video on that. It is currently being renovated. So although I don't live there, I still have to pay the bills because it's mine. So that's my first real adult expense. There is, my house payment and water and electric and things like that. So I also do not drive, so I don't have a car payment, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, honestly. I do have a job, which we will talk about when we get to that question, but I do have a job. What I do is basically I'm kind of teaching myself to do this. I have sat down and figured out, okay, here's my monthly income. Then I subtract all of my bills because I add all my bills together, and then I subtract that from my monthly income. Then I subtract like my little bills, like my Chewy order for my dog, and that's not an every month thing, but you know what I mean, my Apple Music, because your girl can't live without her music. Then I do, I subtract my food expenses, and let's see, then I decide, okay, how much do I want to put in the savings, and then do I have any left over? And if I do have any left over, I consider that fun money, and that's for these guys. Or if I want to go, well, you can't really go anywhere right now, but if I wanted to go somewhere with my friends, that would be the fun money. So then I'd have to decide, do I want a doll or do I want to hang out with my friends? I would probably pick hang out with my friends, but we can't do that right now, in public. So anyway, that's just kind of how I do it. That's my little system. I am in no way, shape, or form like a financial advisor or anything. That's just kind of how I was taught, in school and stuff like that. And I'm really having to make adjustments because this is an expensive hobby, you guys. So I do buy a lot of dolls secondhand. I look for sales. I'm a big Facebook group shopper. I look on Mercari. I do sell things on Mercari, as I said in part 1. So I do sell things to make some extra money. I've made some purchases on eBay, but those can get pretty pricey. I'm not the type of person who's willing to spend $400 to $600 on a Cecile or just like U4. I won't do it, because as much as we love these little creatures right here, at the end of the day, they are just plastic and cloth and stuffing. So they're just a doll, and definitely you don't ever want to have to get to the point. My grandma said this to me the other day. She said, I don't want you to get to the point where you have to sell your dolls. And she's 100% right. So if I know I don't have enough money, I will not buy the whole store. I went to buy Spicy and Bigwig the other day, and I was gonna get sweets, but I didn't want to spend that much in one trip. So I'm gonna wait and get sweets later when I can afford her. So if that makes sense, hopefully it does. Just remember that your livelihood and your well-being absolutely does come first. And as much as you love them, you don't want to ever have to sell them. So that was my little adult rant on that. I didn't mean for that to be long, but you guys know my answers are long-winded. So that's why this is probably gonna be a 3-part video. All right, so what about the tragic side of doll collecting, when you have your heart set on a doll, but paying the bills comes first? I love the tragic side of doll collecting. Literally, the tragic side of doll collecting is when they fall down and they have a mark on their nose, but I love that. That's definitely happened to me, especially since I do have like a house payment and stuff like that now. If I could, I'd buy like every doll that I wanted, but obviously I am not Sharpay Evans and I cannot afford the lavish life. So it is very sad when you see a doll that you really would love to have. And like, I have Prim here, for example. So Primrose used to belong to AG Primrose, and she was my dream doll in Allison's collection. I never thought I would have this doll, ever, ever. Then she happened to post on Instagram that she was selling her. And this was around Christmas time, and my mom and dad said I could get one doll for Christmas. And I was like, holy crap, yes. So I had originally picked a brand new doll from American Girl. I'm not gonna tell you who it was, but I don't have her yet. So I picked this doll, and then I see that this girl is up for sale. And I was like, well, I could buy her and get her plus the brand new doll from my parents, or I could ask my mom if they could just get me her so I wouldn't, spend money. So I went ahead and I asked my mom if I could have a custom instead, which she ended up being the same amount of money. She was actually, the same amount of money as if you were to order a brand new doll from AG. So it was it was an even trade-off, so it was okay. So it's definitely, it was really sad because I wanted that Truly Me, but you have to figure out, I wanted her more. And that's kind of my little backstory for me here. The next question is, how do you balance work, YouTube, and Instagram? So I have no remedy or anything for this. I just do. I don't know how. If I'm not feeling a YouTube video, I don't film stuff just to film and put out content. I film it because I genuinely enjoy it and would like you guys to see it. If I ever do get monetized, that would be an absolute blessing, but I don't do this for the views, and I'm not just pushing out content to get monetized. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but you know what, it would be a lovely added bonus at the end of the day, but I think we're a long way from there. But anyway, I do it because I love it. And if I'm not loving it, then I'm going to take a break. I always put my mental health first. So sometimes I don't even go on any social media platforms. If I'm not feeling a photo, I'm not going to post it just to have more content and, see if I can get more followers. I only post things I like. So if I'm not feeling something, if I don't want to go take photos, I'm not going to force myself to do it. I just don't force myself because I struggle with my mental health as it is. And I put out things that I enjoy. And, I don't really know how I balance it all. If I'm just enjoying something more than something else that particular day, that's what I'll focus on. So next question is, what is your favorite and least favorite part about being a YouTuber? My favorite part is getting to connect with my subscribers, my friends, and, seeing everybody else's doll collections and what they do with their dolls and everything like that. I absolutely love that. And I really love also, being an inspiration to people with my disability, because that's really why I started this channel, and then it kind of evolved into a doll channel, which is totally okay. But that is my favorite part. My least favorite part is when you get people, I'm going to say hate comments, even though it is super cliche. It really is, because I haven't gotten a ton, thank the Lord, but it's very upsetting when someone has to take time out of their day to just rip on someone they don't even know. Chill, it's going to be okay. Go hang out with a cat and your life will be so much better than you wasting your time sitting here typing this hate comment to this person you will never ever meet. If you don't like their videos, don't watch their videos. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel, and that's how it has to be. So hate comments and negative people are definitely a huge downside to that. And also, coming up with video ideas is not my least favorite part, but it's kind of you have to be creative in order to do something like this. And I've always been creative. So I've never been a math science person. I was always more, English and history. So you have to be very creative and artistic in that aspect. It is challenging, but it's a good challenging. Okay, so here we have the question about my job. What do you do for a living? So I think I've said this before on here. I'm not actually sure though, but I am the digital marketing manager for my family's boutiques, and we have 3 boutiques, so we have 3 locations, and what we do is we provide wigs and breast prosthetics, among other things, to women battling cancer or hair loss from alopecia or trichotillomania, which is what I had, where I pulled my hair out. If you heard the dog bark, I'm very, very sorry. But yes, we have 3 cancer boutiques, and I'm the digital marketing manager. So I handle all of our online sales, anything that comes into the office. I put away the orders and everything. So I've been working there on and off for 10 years. I started in the summer of my freshman year, so I was 14, and then obviously I wouldn't work when I was in school, and I started off as like the little cleaning lady, and then I went to like the receptionist, and then I was kind of an office assistant because I was kind of like a little floater, and now I have like my name tag actually says what I do, and it's like, you know, I've been promoted. So yeah, I'm the digital marketing manager, and I designed our websites, so that was really fun. And so that's kind of what I do. It's very interesting. When people ask what do I do, I have to explain, okay, first of all, here's what we do, and then here's what I do. So this one was very interesting, and it says, what do you think your teenage self would think about you collecting dolls and doing YouTube? So as I said earlier, I started YouTube as a teenager for my like awareness channel, but I think I'd be very proud of myself for where I am today. As far as the doll collecting, I'm not quite sure. I'd probably be proud of myself because I never actually got rid of my American Girls. They were always in my room in this big glass display case. So I never like put them away or anything. I never took them out. And so they were always a big part of me. So I don't think I'd be embarrassed or anything like that. So I think I'd be okay. And the last question in this category is, who inspired you to make a YouTube channel? So basically, this is gonna sound so strange. So you guys, if you know me, you know I love to play The Sims. I am a Sims addict, and I would watch a lot of Let's Plays, and I really wanted to be a Simmer, like a Simmer YouTuber. And unfortunately, I tried that. It didn't work out because my computer is just not strong enough for that. So then I was like, you know what? People always tell me I'm a good speaker and I have this amazing platform that I could use. So I just went ahead and did that. Nobody really inspired that. Oh God, this sounds bad. I kind of inspired myself. But as far as bringing the dolls into it, I was definitely really, really inspired by AG Primrose, Alley Cat Loves AG, biggest AG fan ever, Mixie Pixie. Definitely like all of those girls because they have phenomenal collections, and I was like, you know what, I could totally do this. So they were a bunch of AG tubers that I looked up to and still do. So that's definitely, I would say Koa, but Koa like came into the scene about the same time I did, so we were kind of like, I don't know, I mean, she does inspire me still, but you know what I mean. So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hate to do it, but I don't wanna make you sit here for like 300 years. So in part 3, we're going to be answering the final category in the questions in that one. So please stick around for that. And if you have not already, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap that really cool notification bell so you can know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.